Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the J22 Report. I am your host, Johnnie Market. I just want to do another video today about the markets. Before you do, just remember the disclaimer below. None of this is financial investment advice. This is just my thoughts on the markets. And so, anyway, first thing is I discovered there's more insider selling. Jamie Dimon selling a lot of insider stock, and the Walton family. This one had my eyes up really big because the Walton family, in my last video, you can go back, I talked about Jeff Bezos. He was selling a lot of Amazon. Now the Walton family, another huge, this is basically most of America's retailers, they're selling a lot of stock. And it begins to question, if the consumer is so strong, why are Jeff Bezos and the Walton family selling their shares of Amazon and Walmart? Wouldn't they be buying them? They would benefit the most from the strong consumer. The Walton, that's where America mostly shops. Walmart and Amazon. They would benefit more than anyway. And with the AI bubble, going back to my old video, Zuckerberg, he's massive selling insider shares. So is Bezos. They would benefit from the AI revolution. So why are they selling their shares? So just more proof that there's a lot of things not into the. And going to AI, I read this article. It says Biden wants to make the U.S. manufacture 20% of all the high-end chips. How are we going to make AI when we can't even make, these chips for technology? AI, in my last video, you can go back to that one. I talked about how we don't even have the power grid for AI, much less. But America, in this article, said America produced nearly 40% of the world's chips in 1990, but less than 10% are made in the U.S. today, according to the White House. And if we're not able to make chips, we're not going to be able to mass make AI, especially now that the world doesn't want to do business with us. For the most part, they're looking to, I don't cover it that often because I think it's disingenuous to gold. We talk about the BRICS de-dollarizing. Next thing they're going to do is they're going to de-marketize from us. So this is just beginning. And if we're not able to make our own chips, all the infrastructure improvements, that's why I say if AI becomes big, it's not going to come for a long time. Because the U.S. doesn't have the infrastructure to support it. And it said Biden laid out an ambitious plan to produce 20% of the world's semiconductor. Of course, none of this is going to be that big of a fruition. These are just spending bills to give to his donors. And I'll post the article so you can read it if you want. But that's just reality. And the thing about government spending juices up the GDP numbers, because the way it's calculated, government spending adds to the GDP, but they don't actually subtract any deficit. So anytime they want to boost GDP for the elections, they have massive amounts of government spending. That's why when they'll pass a bill when they just get elected, the spending doesn't come into fruition until 2023 or 2024 or just before the election year. So the GDP numbers look nice and massaged and juiced up. So that's why, they're doing these builds just to get them in. And other thing I was looking about tech, they had a 5-day outflow of 2.5 standard deviations. That goes to show after NVIDIA's earnings, the smart money is probably trying to get out of tech. And then there's two more things I wanted to get in. The next thing is Nancy Pelosi just did a trade alert, Palo Alto. It's a leading cybersecurity company. And so this is why I used to think the market was topped, but I don't think it's topped. If Nancy Pelosi is going long, then the market probably has room to run. And the reason I say that is, you know, she has the inside info. And of course, you know, she doesn't get in trouble for it. But me and you know, if we got a tip and traded, oh, they would throw the book at us. But you know, she doesn't. She can inside trade all she likes. So yeah, it looks like the market has room to run some. And last thing I want to get into is, while this market is in euphoria, one, like me personally, I wouldn't even think of shorting it right now because they're in a euphoric stage, and you don't short during euphoric stage. And it looks a little gas, but you can tell the economy is not doing well. And if you look at it, building permits, that's 1.489 million. The previous was 1.493. That's declining. Month over month, it declined by 3%. New home sales were way less than expected. It was the consensus was 0.68 million. It's only 0.661. So, and that's the thing. People can't buy homes because they're too expensive. It's not because of interest rates. It's actual prices are too expensive. So prices have to come down. You know, if they want to. And the real estate industry is really going to tank unless prices go down. And if you look at Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index, that declined by 11.3%. Let me take a look. And it's up from an 8-month low of negative 27.4. But I don't even remember the last time this was even positive. So it's really declining. So you can see, despite this euphoria, if you look at even just the economic data today, the data is horrible. New home sales, building permits are not doing well. Dallas manufacturing, and we have this semiconductor, and maybe this is why Jamie Dimon, the Walton family, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, they're selling. You know, if tech was really this AI revolution, everything, why is Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos selling? They would benefit more than anyone. And if the consumer's so strong, why are the Waltons and Bezos selling? They would benefit more than anyone. And if the banking system was really safe, sound, and great, why is Jamie Dimon selling this stock? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Hit that like button if you already haven't, and subscribe if you already haven't, and I'll see you next video.